Okay, so the Distraken, you see it racing past toward this. It's like got the set. Feels like it's got the set. Racing past where you guys are.
Distract more like distracted.
Morn is now pointing at ground and doing lots of gesticulating, which is probably not a good idea because she's wearing, armour. It's probably a little bit clanky.
Oh
I'm
no.
going to roll a perception to see if I saw that.
Yep.
Oh, 17.
You saw it? Hello! This is weird. I'm gonna tell you, YouTube, we just really messed up the intro. We're doing it again because I can't. My brain's gone to mush.
So you'll notice that Morwa is missing.
Morwa's not here. That's what I need to say.
Yeah, she's not very well. It's nothing serious, but unwell enough for her not to be here. So get well soon. Morwa, if you're not well by now when this is going out, I'm going to start worrying about you. We also want to mention our sponsor, Critic UK, who make all kinds of lush things like printed dice and coasters and DM screens and dice boxes and everything. Yeah. They're amazing. If you want to use our discount code, it's RTDD10, and you use that at checkout and you get 10% off. It's great. And we were just talking about Hollyhammer.
Amazing.
I was going to say that discount code works internationally.
It does.
Internationally?
Everywhere in the world.
Nice.
Yeah, anyway, sorry. Hollyhammer, yep, she does all our artwork, which is on these screens, but not on mine.
On these screens.
On those screens.
These screens.
But the most exciting thing for us is we have a live show coming up. We started doing live shows last year, did Comic-Con, did a couple of sort of practice ones before that.
We did the Cheltenham Literature Festival.
Cheltenham Literature Festival, big international festival, and we're now doing them all off our own little backs. Yeah. So Cheltenham Playhouse on the 23rd of February. Our live show is great fun. Luke DMs it. It is not really. It's sort of D&D. D&D light.
It's like it's
interactive D&D.
Yeah, it's like it's interactive. It's improv. It's improv with dice, and there are kind of the loose rules of D&D involved. We will cast spells and we will be stupid.
It's really good fun. You don't need to know anything about Dungeons and Dragons to come.
But if you do, it's an extra bonus.
And if you're watching this episode, it seems weird that you don't know any. Still don't know. Well, you're watching us. That's why you don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons.
We don't really know much about it, to be honest.
Is that it? Have we plugged everything?
I think so. We're good.
Come to our live show.
Yeah.
So.
Who are we?
Oh yeah, I've got to do that.
Yeah.
I'm Paul. I'm the DM.
Rude. Hi, I'm Stephen. I am playing the Sorlock Tiefling Rothgon. He wants to run away.
Hi, I'm Tony, and I am playing Oriana, the Tiefling Rogue.
I'm Joy Amy, and I am playing Carouser Morn, the Dragonborn Paladin, and her chromatic hound, Gregory McFluffypuss.
And I'm Luke, and I'm playing Flyte, the Air Genasi Blaze Singer.
Yeah, so, who's going to tell us what we did last week, kids?
Oh, okay. We got to roll for it.
Yes.
8.
10.
3.
4.
10.
I'm doing this. I've never done the recap before, so this is actually quite fun. I just need to remember what happened. So long ago.
Not a lot.
No, I don't think there was. It wasn't. So, we the gang woke up in the hull of the decks of a ship, which was in the middle of this forest. They're all chained up after having fought Erdos as the frost druid giant. Then all the gang start Blue has this like vision or like a dream of Rana Kane, who is one of the leaders of the Sisterhood of the Night, and she tells Blue that she needs to gather all of the Sisters of the Night in order to fight something that I can't remember Sorry.
It was Blue's vision, it wasn't yours.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, it was not. I was
No, she wasn't told.
Oh, she wasn't told.
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, and in that case, I've not forgotten anything. Then, yeah, and she's this totem. She needs to find a totem, and when she plants the totem, it will gather all of the sisters in this particular area together. She has ages to do this though. It's not like just one. You got to do it one time and that's it. She's got to do it. Basically, collect them all. She's got to collect all the sisters.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Basically, dog women are going to be showing up every so often.
Yeah. Then so the gang start to wake up and in various ways manage to get free from the chains. They go and have a little exploration of the ship because they realise that they have all of their weapons and all of their armour has been taken from them.
You were naked.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
some of
much.
us were naked.
Yeah, some of us were more naked than others.
It was tastefully described by the team.
It was.
Yeah, it was well done.
Very PG.
So we go, because we realised there was a weird tent on the ship where we were fighting Erdos, and we have a look in there and we find some of our items, not all of them, but we find quite a few things, including some new items which we picked up, including a fun crossbow that Rothgon gets, and a ring of regeneration which Ariana picks up purely because she likes jewellery.
What about my lovely jacket?
Your jacket.
Yeah, it was a dress.
Yeah,
It was a brocade dress, which Morn ripped down the front and made into a jacket, which doesn't fit her and is definitely ripped at the armpits.
Some gold as well, quite a bit of gold, and some other bits and bobs that I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But there was a fair few stuff, fair few things. Then. Oh yeah, Flyte, however, does not have her magical bag. Flyte is desperate to get her magical bag.
Oh,
Very
this
important.
Bag.
So we try and find the bag, cast detect magic,
Use spell slots.
use precious spell slots to find the bag. And to be fair, a couple of other of our bits with it as well.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a wasted journey. And we find the bag and the rest of our stuff, and it turns out the magical bag, its magical properties are purely it just stops food going stale. Sweets going stale.
Yeah.
That's the bag.
Yeah.
That's all it does.
Yeah.
So
And Flyte could have asked Rothgon for anything.
Oh yeah,
No,
like
I-
Harkness
I-
offered her anything.
yeah.
A bag of holding.
Mhm.
Any useful travelling item.
Yeah.
Portable hole.
Yeah.
Great.
So we get our stuff, we run off, then we hear Erdos coming back. Rothgon summons a
Masked horror.
horror to fight Erdos, at least to distract him for a bit while we run,
Run.
which we do successfully, run away. But then, overhead, we hear some wing flaps and what appear to be large bat-like creatures flying above. Dun dun dun! And that's where we left off.
Zion. That is exactly where we left off. Thanks, Tony.
Nice.
Nice,
I feel like that
lovely,
was-
lovely.
I feel that was very drawn out, so apologies for that.
So yeah, you're sort of moving down the path. These things are sort of flying or possibly leaping from the trees above you, sort of across the gap, and clearly hunting you. Can you all roll a perception check? And Rothgon, you can roll advantage.
Thank God. 18.
5.
As usual, 7.
21 for Flyte.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you're sort of jogging jogging-ish down the path, I guess.
Mhm.
And Rothgon and Flyte, you suddenly realise that Blue is not jogging along the path with you.
What?
Gone or?
So when you look around, she's not far behind you, but she has sort of stopped running and is slowly walking into the forest.
She's getting ready to fight him. We're gonna fight him.
I'm not fighting anything.
We're not fighting anything.
Morn, what's going on?
Do not look at me. I was too busy looking at Grigori, and sorry, I was not paying attention.
Right, well, Blue's just wandering off into the fucking
Grigori's
forest.
now heading off, sort of barking at Blue, not happy with Blue's going
Okay.
off the path.
Okay, Blue, Grigori thinks this is no.
Blue does not talk to you, recognise at all, nothing.
Do we go after her?
I mean,
We can't just leave her there.
yeah, Rothgon will go after her.
Yeah, Flight's pretty speedy, so she'll make a sort of a quick dance on the spot and then sprint off down to Blue, thinking we're getting ready for a fight.
So as you get down there, you see that what Blue spotted, not far from the path, but none of you noticed it when you went past last time. Sort of 15 feet from the path is a big tree with sort of glowing silvery half moon flowers, and she's just walking towards, getting closer and closer to these trees. There's while it's a tree, it's sort of dank. It's got vines and sort of willowy, and they're everywhere. These tiny glowing flowers, which you think you would have noticed.
Yeah.
Blue, this is very pretty, and I'm really glad you are pointing it out, but we are kind of running away from weird bat things.
Nothing. She does
No?
no.
This doesn't seem right. Can Blue make a wisdom saving throw?
Well, no, because
Oh.
as that happens, she reaches into these flowers and just takes a deep sniff, deep into her lungs, and as she does, she starts to contort and it goes into spasms, and you can hear her bones crunching and her sort of skin being torn and stretched as she sort of writhes on the floor, and she's sort of screaming, and you've never seen her heard Blue scream, but she's screaming. And after a while, like a minute or so, where she was is just this dog with this lovely blue coat, as in a blue dog, not a blue dog.
It's like a
Yeah.
It's not the colour blue. It's
as
a
in
blue dog.
A blue dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why you put your research into which plants you can shove up your nose and around.
During
Yeah.
the process, Morn would have been like comforting her and talking to her, because you would have been aware of what was
Okay, yeah,
happening,
yeah.
because it's something that they've spoken
We've
about.
Seen it before as well.
Yeah. And so by the time she's a dog, Morn will be kind of stroking her coat and kind of, it's okay, Blue.
Oh yeah, by the
Everything
way,
is
she
fine."
does this.
I was going to say,
Often?
Flyte is just
Not
stood
bad,
there, jaw open, like, and then she glances at the flowers by the tree.
So they've stopped glowing.
There's none
I
left.
mean, barely. I mean, if you look closely, you can see that they are the flowers are distinct from the leaves. But in the sort of the light there's almost no light now, because it's night time in a forest. It's almost indistinguishable. And while you're trying to comfort Blue, she's growling at you. She's sort of back up on her back paws.
Okay, this looks like she is now in danger mode. You in danger mode, puppy?
And she's really looks furious.
Oh, she is very angry, puppy. Maybe it's because I keep calling her puppy. She doesn't like it when I call her puppy.
So as you watch, Grigori goes up to her slowly, and they sort of somehow have some sort of connection. And while she doesn't look, this dog, who we assume is Blue, but you've seen her transform before, this is what she looks like. Normally she knows you, and she seems to be able to trust Grigori, but is wary of everyone else.
Okay, right. I'm going to try what I was going to try again, but I'm going to do a
Okay.
different tactic.
Sorry, Steve,
No
sorry.
worries. Can Grigori make a wisdom saving throw?
Grigori can make wisdom saving throw if you wish him to do so.
Yes, please. DC 17.
Okay, this is 17. Oh, well, okay. He is not going to pass that, because that is going to be a 7.
Okay, so Rothgon is doing detect thoughts
Okay.
on Grigori. We don't have to speak the same language, and I'm just looking for. His intelligence is higher than 3.
It is, yeah.
I'm just trying to get an understanding from him of the situation and what's going on. So I'm very much making it very clear to him. I'm not here to intrude or to dig around too much, but just let me know what's going on.
So yeah, he's concerned for Blue, but he sort of sees that she's okay in this form, and that they've got a bond.
Okay.
And his thoughts are to bring her into the pack and be part of the pack.
Right. Okay. Good dog. I hope you don't mind. I just plodded around inside your dog's head for a little bit. Only nice stuff, not the painful stuff.
He's okay. He would not have let you if you were.
Not welcome. It makes sense. Yeah. Blue's not really okay, but he thinks that he's going to be able to look after her, and that we need to look after them.
Okay. Good doggo. And she pats him on the
Can you
head.
do everyone do another perception check? This time Grigori is at advantage.
14.
15.
That is a 16 for Morn. And perception is... Oh, that's 0. It's -2 and you rolled a 2.
Oh.
At advantage.
Advantage.
Thank God.
Sorry. Okay, 13.
And a 12 for Flyte.
Okay, so Oriana, you can hear something coming down the path from where you were before.
Right, guys, I don't need to alarm anybody, but I can hear something. It's where we just were.
On foot.
Yeah.
Could be Erdos.
I think it's time to scarper, no? Or as Rothgon say, scatter chaps?
Or why don't we just hide behind this tree?
And then spring a trap.
No!
No.
No, if we just hide behind the tree, let him pass thinking that this is the path we've taken.
I do not hide very well. You've seen the size of me. I'm very shiny.
It's dark. We can... There's trees. It's a willow tree. Like, we'd be quite well covered.
You can hide behind Blue.
Who rolled the lowest perception just then?
12 on Flyte? No.
Yeah, I
I was
think
14.
so. Yeah.
14.
Does
I was 16 and Grigori was 13. So it's
12 on
Flyte.
Flyte would a 17 hit.
It would hit her armor class. Yeah, her armor class is 17.
Okay, cool. So just as you are talking, one of these things from the trees swoops down, clawing at Flyte, and Flyte takes... got to do some adding up. 8 damage.
8 damage? Okay. Was that like... it makes no difference for resistance. Was that like claws and a bite?
It was
what hit her?
claws. It was claws.
Okay, not any sort of...
And it's sort of now flying back up into
So
the trees.
as Morn was stood next to Flyte, I think that means that Morn gets an attack of opportunity because of Sentinel.
You reckon you were within 5 feet of Flyte?
A Flyte?
I
Yeah.
don't think you were.
Well, everyone's like
Together.
gathered round the
I
dog.
think Flyte was a bit freaked out by what was happening, and you were down with the dog.
Oh, really? That's not how I saw it.
It's not my picture in my head. It's good to be descriptive, folks.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to engage?
I mean, Flyte's going to be shouting.
There's
like,
things
cheap
flying
shot.
off. You can have attack. You can have an attack.
Right, so the
I'll let you have
hiding
an
thing
let me have an
that
attack.
is an option.
I'm going to let Morn have an attack.
Yay! So Morn is going to...
Oh, wait, can Flyte attack as well? For
No.
attack of opportunity.
Because it attacked and then flew off.
Yeah, but it can do that. It can fly by.
Oh, okay, it's got
Yeah.
flyby. Yeah, that provokes... that doesn't provoke attack of, so it's fine.
Sentinel would
Sentinel...
still kick in.
Ooh.
If it's an opportunity
No.
attack, I say no, it
No,
doesn't.
no,
Sorry,
no,
no.
no. If Sentinel is, you get an attack. If it says there, you get an attack of opportunity.
Well, it's more that if it attacks a target that's within that's...
Oh, if it doesn't,
In
yeah,
5
if it
feet.
doesn't mention
Me.
attack of opportunity, you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this
Yeah,
thing,
okay.
you were just like not paying attention, and this thing just comes down, claws at the back of you, and is screeching back up into the trees. And you can hear in the trees above more of this sort of screeching noise as these sort of things seem to be circling above you.
Oh.
You can have an attack of opportunity.
Does 13 hit?
13 does not hit.
Does not hit.
It sort of swerves round your... You weren't really looking. I mean, you
No.
just caught it out the corner of your eye and have just swung
Yeah.
as it sort of just swerved around you.
Ariana's just going to run over to Flyte. She's like, are you alright?
Yeah. She's immediately going to be looking up in the tree. But come on again!
No.
That was a cheap shot. And she's just going to start shouting into the trees.
Look, I know, I get it, you're angry because it just hit you. Just be quiet because he might come out, he might hear us.
Right,
Okay.
ducking behind 3. Come.
She's going to do a thing where you like point at your eyes and then point. She's going to do that up into the trees.
You all hear this sort of click, 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 screeching noise that you've heard from the distraction from it and that dog beast thing of Erdos. It's not far away now.
God.
So we're all hiding in the willow?
You can try.
I mean, it's not as safe as I thought it was.
Well, we go around back of tree. We hide down all these. Are there roots and stuff? Is it really thick?
You're not far from the path, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can try and hide in the trees there.
That's Fellowship of the Ring. This.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lift it.
If we get attacked by those things, I'd much rather get attacked by them things than him.
Yeah. All right. All right. Lesser of two evils.
Okay, so do me a stealth check, then, please.
This is like properly in my element now.
Oh dear.
Oh fuck.
I got a 17.
I got to 5.
I got a 6.
Flyte's got a 27. I've
Like
got a
daughter.
19 from +8.
Does Grigori have to roll as well?
Mm-hmm.
Grigori
And
got
blue.
7.
And blue. Apologies, I must pull up one of my many character sheets I'm working with tonight.
She just becomes one with nature.
Blue is 9 plus
She has pluses to stealth.
13 for blue.
Morn is nothing. She's big and she's shiny.
I think her dog form's slightly different, but yeah, she's 13 for wolf blue.
Wolf blue.
Okay, let's see how these guys do on. Oh.
Oh.
That's a worrying sound.
Yeah.
All of you do a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
God.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, don't forget, you're within 10 feet of me. You add 3.
Gonna need
And
Just
that.
a flat 3. Okay.
And we are all, huddled together. We are all huddled together.
Yeah. Oh, thank God, that makes me a 15.
Do you get that
18.
as well?
I do.
Good.
It wasn't good otherwise.
Grigori doesn't have stats for saving
Don't worry about
throws.
Gregory.
Okay.
Do you want blue dog?
No, don't worry about the blue.
19 for Morn.
15 for Flyte.
Okay, you all, as you're hiding, as you're watching Morn attempt to hide, remember that the Distraken doesn't use sight at all.
Okay.
It's all in that it could find its way around perfectly in that magical darkness that none of you could see in.
Okay. We need to stand very still.
Oh. So Flyte will cast Catapult, which is somatic only, so she doesn't need to say a word to do it. And she'll sort of lift up a nearby broken branch or twig or stone and just hurl it 90 foot just through the forest far away.
So, over the other side of the path or behind where you are? So you're like 15 feet off the path,
Yeah, she's not.
hiding in this tree. Are you going to throw it over the path or are you going to throw it behind you? Or which way are you throwing it?
Sort of the opposite way to the creature, so it's going to go even for. So she's not going back towards it to try and get
so
to backtrack.
past down the road.
Past
from where
us,
you are.
past
Okay,
out,
cool,
yeah.
cool, Yep.
And what's going to add to that will, in that direction as well, 30 foot, he will throw prestidigitation. He is making Oriana, Morn's, and Rothgon's voice come from that area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
I can do it up to 3 times in a turn, and I can throw my voice or someone else's voice, and they're all chattering in the area where where everyone's blue, where Flyte has thrown and created that noise.
Yeah.
You're going to get a very awkward thumbs up from Morn. Awkward because her opposal thumbs are a little bit scaly.
Okay, so the Distraken, you see it racing past towards this. It's like got the set. Feels like it's got the set. Racing past where you guys are.
Distracted, more like distracted.
Erdos, though,
Mm.
you can see him. He's not quite up to where you are, but he is slowed down. He was moving at some pace. He's slowed down and he is looking around. He's not convinced.
Is he in like guy form or giant form?
Giant form.
Oh God.
Shit.
This is so tense.
I do not have anything that can make him
All
blind.
roll perception. What's his face? Grigori at advantage.
Perception.
17.
5.
18 for Grigori and 7 for Morn.
15 for Flyte.
Okay, so Flyte, Oriana, Rothgon, you can hear as you're standing dead still, looking. You can see Erdos. I mean, he is not far now. You suddenly can hear something under the ground, something scratching, tunneling under the ground.
I got a 5.
Oh, you got 5. Oriana, you didn't hear nothing.
Cool.
Grigori can.
Oh, Grigori, sorry.
So, only me and the dog.
And Flyte.
And Flyte can.
Okay. Flyte. So, Morn will have hear the noise of a Slurpee. And it's just shh. There's something below us.
She's gonna again like double thumbs up with a big Morn grin.
To a psychic
to
projection
mouth.
of rock on the. No one
No
can
one else
see.
can see. Mouthing, okay. Grigori will be kind of pawing at the ground, just trying to indicate, but without making any noise. He's just kind of pawing and patting at the ground.
I think by that we're staying quiet and still.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oriana has no idea this has happened. Like, she's the only person who has no idea, so she's just like,
Would an 8 hit Grigori?
An 8 would not hit Grigori.
So as he's pawing at the ground, you just see this hand, like zombie skeleton hand, with great claws on, come out and reach at Grigori, who just moves his paw back and it just disappears beneath the ground.
Morn's going to grab his fur and pull him backwards.
Yeah, he's disappeared.
Morn is now pointing at ground and doing lots of gesticulating, which is probably not a good idea because she's wearing, armour. It's probably a little bit clanky.
Oh
I'm
no.
going to roll a perception to see if I saw that.
Yep.
Oh, 17.
You saw it?
For the podcast listeners, my eyes went really wide.
Okay. Morn is going to. It's very difficult to describe for a podcast. If like a toddler did a mime of running, that's what Morn is doing right now.
Okay. I mean, your Flyte's going to be ready to go. She sort of stood up at this point, looking around.
Erdos is probably 40 feet from you, but he is looking directly at you. Not like he can see you, but like he's searching for you.
So, yeah, I was going to say, with Flyte's still in the same spot, with her 27, is she confident enough, like, she could move and maneuver to see him without him seeing her? Yeah, so she'll do that. She'll maneuver herself so she can see Erdos, confident she can't be seen. And yeah, like I said, he's looking. He isn't, there they are. He's still
He's
looking.
pretty sure that,
The direction we're in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Psychic Rothgon will leave Morn and go over to Flyte. As like, I'll explain this later.
Okay.
That thing you did with the stick, could you do it with like a stone or a pebble or something?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then Adult Rothgon will pick up a pebble or a stone and he'll cast light on that pebble.
Okay.
So now it's like a bright radius ball of light, and so for then nodding at Flyte to...
Okay, yeah, she'll immediately, as soon as it lights up, she'll immediately almost brush it away and, cast Catapult again and just fling it off.
So it's kind of going up and over. So it's like to distract from where we are, if that makes sense.
Okay, I think I would like you both to do a sleight of hand check.
Oh. Nat 20.
Ooh, 22.
Ah.
Nat 20.
Nat 20, yeah, 23 if I add my stealth.
Wow. Wait, was that stealth or sleight of hand? Sorry.
Sleight of hand is stealth, innit?
Different.
Both decks.
Yeah, if it's
different because it's proficiencies, isn't it?
Yeah,
yeah,
sleight
I
of
know.
hand is a 22. Stealth is a 26.
If it wasn't for the nat 20, Erdos would have beat you both. Yeah, I mean he's now looking at where that went. He hasn't moved because he rolled pretty high, but he's not.
So we've now set light into the sky.
Yeah.
The Draken already run off down there, 60 foot from where Erdos. Well, no, it'd be 60 foot from me, but obviously, like, I'm making it clear as day. Oriana, Morn, and myself talking in that direction.
So Erdos is now moving off down the path.
She'll give a Flyte give a thumbs up from watching this.
Okay, now as you watch, can you all do me perception Rothgon at advantage?
Oh, for
Ooh, wow,
5.
17.
I'm on a roll.
So nat 20 for Old Morn.
Nice.
Okay, so
22 for
Flyte was
Flyte.
20. So Morn, Flyte, Rothgon, you all see past where Erdos is, past the Distraken. I mean, it's away about 300 feet, but you can see a glowing sort of a cave which has got sort of silvery gold runes painted around it. And because you rolled a nat 20, I'm going to tell you, you are convinced it is a holy place. Sorry, Morn is convinced it's a holy place.
Ooh.
This is we're doing podcasts, so I will not actually whisper, but Morn will whisper. That is holy place. I'm absolutely certain is holy place.
What, in the middle of the haunted woods of fucked up island? A holy place?
Oh, it is not that difficult to imagine. I am a holy person in the middle of fucked up island.
Wait, where are you guys talking about? Oriana's facing the other direction because her perception has been so diabolical this session that
Yeah.
she's just like, wait, what are you on about?
There is place really far down the thing. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Well, do we think we can get there and not engage with them?
Yeah.
Aren't we supposed to find witches in the wood?
Could be.
What if they are not witches? What if they are actually holy ladies? It's just that they call them witches because in this place, holy people, they are not so good for them or they are not so bad
Well-
for them. I am getting myself very confused.
Papa said that the witches are servants of Mephistopheles, so that could be a good place to check out.
Done.
I mean, do we? I feel like we've been wasting a lot of
Morn
but we've
does a 23 hit.
Oh dear.
A 23 does hit.
Rothgon
Ow!
does 20 hit.
Yes.
Okay, so you both take 6 piercing damage
I will knock 3
Reduced,
of that,
yeah.
thank you.
and 7 necrotic damage, and your hit point maximum is reduced by 7.
Oh.
What? Right.
This isn't working.
And as you look around, you see that up above you in the trees, not far, like 10 feet above you, are 2 of these aswang, as they're called, and they've sort of spat their tongue out at you like a sort of bullfrog, which has got this sort of big barb on the end, which has sort of poisoned you with this necrotic damage.
Oh.
That was owie.
Yeah, it's so owie. I don't think I can justify Rothgon standing there and taking it.
No, I don't think.
And Oriana and Flyte,
Yeah.
you've just avoided 2 more of these claws coming out of the floor.
Okay.
The one that, level 1 Hellish Rebuke to the one that attacked me. So that's a dexterity save of 19.
No, it fails.
Come on, go big. That is 12 fire damage.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
That does a lot more damage than you imagined.
Ooh.
Does it drop?
No.
Oh.
It's blooded though.
Ah.
So it's up on a branch.
Yeah. Well, it's now flying up into the trees.
Oh, okay. It's buggering off.
Yeah.
Are we fighting or running for the cave?
Run for the cave.
Are we definitely going to go into the cave?
Run!
It's a good shout. I want to move away from here as fast as possible.
Yeah, but surely we
I
need to
can
get
see you!
Let's go!
Erdos is now looking back towards where this great ball of fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fair.
Okay.
It's fair.
Oh,
He's
you
okay.
fucking idiot.
I change of plan, leg it. So Morn is going to leg it for the cave,
Right, okay, so but past Erdos.
past Erdos.
Oh.
So she's sort of going to be, as she runs past Erdos, she is going to take her maul and just aim it at a kneecap as she goes past.
Okay. So
Nice.
so Erdos
Yep.
sees you coming, and there's this huge grin on his face.
Of course there is.
As he takes his great big sword, knife, weapon thing.
Yep.
And he's swinging it. I mean, he's a lot taller than you. It's coming for your neck, and you're going for his.
Oh.
As this is
knees.
happening, are we not in initiative order just yet, or?
We could be in initiative order if you want, or we can just do it like this.
I would like to
I'm
do it
happy
like
doing
this
it like
because
this.
there's Morn sliding and going through, and he's going to hit her. I'm going to cast slow on Erdos.
Woo! What does that mean then?
If you need to do a wisdom saving throw, 19.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Let's find Erdos' stat
He's
block.
a frost druid, isn't he? So it's going to be a high wisdom. But
Okay.
Come on, D&D gods, come on.
16.
Yes!
Nice.
You are now. You take 2 off your AC. You take 2 off your dexterity saving throws. You cannot use any bonus act. You can use an action or a bonus action, but you can only do one thing at a time. If you try to cast a spell, you have to roll up a d10, and if you go over 10, that spell you can cast, or if it's lower than 10, it goes over to your next turn, and your speed is halved. That's the big one.
Woo! Speed half. Okay.
So my attack,
Yeah.
is it at advantage considering he's slow?
No.
Don't think so,
Okay.
no, but his can't use reactions. I'm wondering if his attack is at disadvantage now. No. It could still hit you.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay, that's a nat 20.
Oh.
And so on top of that,
Oh!
He did that
That
one.
one!
okay, so that's gonna make me really happy.
I'm happy for you to describe what happens based on those 2 rolls.
Based on the describe what happens.
I mean, give me the damage. I'll take the damage off him, but
I was going to say, you're just going to give it. She kills him. Just kills him.
Nice.
I mean, it would be 12 plus 7 would be the damage.
okay.
Okay, cool. And I'm killing him with this?
No, you're not killing him, but you're swinging your thing at his knee.
Okay,
He's
cool.
swung at you. A spell's hit him. He's suddenly slow. He missed catastrophically. You can tell me what you can give him. Something else can happen to him.
Okay,
It's your
okay,
choice.
right, okay, fine. So as Morn goes towards him, she swings her maul and manages to get it right between the kneecap and the shin bone.
Oh!
Basically splitting the bone and the leg and pretty much cracking off his kneecap, which obviously sputs with lovely blood. Morn will cackle maniacally. Grigori will come and lap up some of the blood, and she will carry on running for the cave. Come on, my friends! He's fine!
Yeah, and he is. Yeah, I mean, he's in agony. So
Amazing. Can I get an intelligence saving throw as I run past him?
that one.
Shall I tell
Not
you?
doing well.
So that's Mind Sliver. Rockon is just running past you. He's in your head for 8 psychic damage. And he's just like, don't fucking follow us.
Okay, I mean, Erdos is now like he's basically crumpled on the floor. He's in a lot of. He's just sort of dazed, confused.
Oriana is going to follow, and she is going to, as she goes past, 2 armband daggers are going to come out for a 23 to hit.
Hits.
Wait, sorry, should I double check? Do I roll for both of them? Or
Is he prone?
Yeah, I roll for both of them.
He's prone, but he's massive.
Okay, so
I'm going to give you advantage.
I
It
was
would be
gonna say,
disadvantage on a. But
Oh,
that's
range, but yeah,
ridiculous.
melee, yeah.
But I'm going to.
The size of him, advantage, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna, so that one hit.
You might as well roll it again though, just in case you get that 20.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's a 21 to hit.
Okay,
so they're
it's both hit, yeah.
So that is a. That is a 7 magical piercing damage, as well as a 10. So that's 17 magical piercing damage. And then I'm going to throw on my sneak attack as well, which is 5d6. So that is an extra 2, 3, 6, 11, 15 damage as well.
Okay. I mean, he's blooded.
And I'm going to follow and head to the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, Flyte to run over and like she's gonna stop for a second because she's angry this guy cheap shotted her before. So as she runs, she's gonna cast Shadow Blade at 4th level. Now when she gets over, she's just gonna like stand over him and almost like a golf club swing, just to swing this Shadow Blade into him. So she's got a 18 to hit.
Is that an advantage?
Yes.
That is a hit on those, yep.
Nice. Okay. So that's 14, 17, 25 points of slashing damage, 3 points of thunder damage, and with that, that's laced with a booming blade. So if he moves, he takes 2d8 thunder damage if he moves. And then she's gonna sort of laugh and run off with the others. So yeah, basically, she swings the blade, and then this almost audible static just fills his head, and you can feel this sort of electric pressure all around him. So yeah, if he stands up, he takes 2d8 thunder from booming blade.
Okay.
And I'll say as well, looking back at all of this, and seeing he's in quite a bad way, I assume he's going to throw a failed dexterity saving throws.
Well, I'm gonna have a little turn now.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
No.
Can you all do a Constitution saving throw?
No!
Oh no!
But we're right next to Morn, aren't we?
You are.
Oh,
I need to be 17.
22.
12 plus 3, 15 for Flyte.
6.
No!
Oh no!
And Grigori and
Oh, and
Blue.
Grigori.
I will do blue. Oh. Blue's a 3. 6 with Joemi.
Grigori's a nat 1.
Oh no!
Okay. Grigori and Blue are going to take 21 damage as you hear this just screeching noise as the Distraken sees what you've done to his master and just blast you with this vocal boom. You are past it though, and yeah, everyone else will take 10. Those who took the 21 are also deafened.
Yeah.
So Blue, Ingori, and Morn are deafened.
Yeah. Flyte rolled a success on a concentration check for Shadow Blade. Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, Rothgon just does create bonfire under Erdos. So if he does move, he takes bites damage. If he doesn't move, he takes damage from a bonfire that's constantly burning his corpse alive.
I imagine, yeah. Flyte at this point just does
Welcome
sort
to
of
the family.
just goes, ooh, and it just turns around and sort of starts walking back towards Erdos.
Okay, so Erdos stands up and he's engulfed in fire and screaming into the abyss as he dies.
Nice.
Yes!
Can you tell this guy really, really pissed off?
And I get some temporary hit points from that.
I did not like this man.
No.
However,
You can't hear him.
would we not have reached the cave by now?
It's 300 feet away.
Okay.
Can you all do me dex saving throws?
Yeah.
10 temporary hit points. There we go.
Where were these rolls last session?
Nat 20, therefore 28.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
So, whew, 22, 25 with Morn.
21 for Flyte.
31 with Morn.
And Gregorian blue.
So 10 for Morn. You haven't got
Oh,
Morns
12
yet.
for blue. I'm sorry, Moa.
And
Oh, but 15 if she's near.
Yep, and 16 for Gregory.
Okay. So sorry, what did blue get?
Blue, 15 if she's next to Morn, 12 if not.
Okay, so
17 actually for Gregory, but
8
only
for
10.
Morn. 10 for
10 for
Morn.
Morn.
Okay. So as you're still, I'm assuming still running for this cave,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
As you're running, as you look behind you, you can see that the ground is all rippling up as something burrows behind you, and these things are swooping down. Most of you manage to dodge the blows, but Morn sort of misses her footing, and this clawing hand comes out of the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And oh man, I'm rolling amazingly. 22.
Of course, 22 hits, yeah.
And actually, it's not a hand; it's a face.
It's
This
a
sort of
face?
zombie face bites at your ankle as you go past.
Fuck you.
And it's only 7 piercing damage. There's only 4
Definitely need a tetanus shot after that.
piercing
Yeah.
damage for you. And that's gonna. And their tongue darts out at you, but because of the bite on your ankle, it flies past your ear. So yeah, these things are still swooping down at you. The Distraken is now turned and is running, chasing after you. You are able to. None of them can catch you now. You've made the distance between you, and then suddenly, in front of the cave, are 4 tiny. As you look, those of you who knew Tokaj feel like maybe he's come back from the dead. These 4 little zombie kobolds are guarding the entrance to the cave.
Fuck's sake! I throw fireball at zombie kobolds.
Wait.
Protectors.
Morn, obviously having been bitten on foot, has done swearing in Draconic. She is going to use her channel divinity to turn the unholy. So she.
I'm taking the fireball as well, but that's
Okay.
fine.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm making it.
You're making it. If I saw him making a fireball, I wouldn't do it.
No, you're running. You're not thinking. It's mid-battle.
We're
You're running.
all just doing
He
stuff.
said fireball. You've said turn unholy.
Okay.
You're going to do both.
Cool, okay. Each fiend or undead that can see or hear me within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw.
Is Morn still deafened as well?
Against what number?
15.
Oh, they all failed.
They all failed.
Nice.
She's going to say, "We are friends, let us in, we are friends, let us in," as she runs towards the cave.
Okay, and the fireball?
So that's a DC 19 for these creatures.
Oh, such a good DC to have on your spell saves.
It is.
For Dex, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all failed.
Right, I love that.
Oh,
noise.
that's way too many 2s though. Oh, that's so disappointing.
Ah,
Right. so
damn
that's
it, they would've got out of the
10,
way.
16, 21.
They all take 21 damage.
21 fire damage.
So they all go to lay down their arms, and then just this fireball engulfs them all. But they do have undead fortitude, so as you sort of run past them and finally arrive in this cave, they sort of start standing up again.
Rothgon, I'm blaming you for this.
What?
They were friends, it was fine, they were moving out of the way.
I've had a bad day.
Do we have everyone? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are they looking hostile
6.
at us?
Yeah, they're now out there looking at you.
Okay.
But they're not. So they're outside the cave, and one of them has pressed, like, gone to come in and been evaporated.
Oh.
The Distraken is now, like, looking in the cave, and actually, let me see if he can put another bark at you. No. And he's not looking because he can't look, but it's sort of there, and the winged creatures have now sort of come down and flown off.
I wonder if this place is actually not necessarily for Mephistopheles, but actually a holy place, like, for you.
This is what I was saying. I am holy person. I know when there are holy things. Shall we have a little look around?
Yes, maybe if we can't be attacked here, if nothing can gain entry, we spend a few hours here. 8, ballpark number.
I agree with that, definitely.
We don't have a lot of time. We're looking for witches in wood.
Well, I agreed, but I don't think we're going to survive out there without recuperating.
Let's see where cave goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you come down the cave about 30 feet, takes quite a sharp right-hand turn, and you're in just a small chamber. There's sort of roots growing down, smallish stalactites. It looks like it's sort of it was a natural cave that's been sort of shaped in places. So there's a little ledge with some stairs going up into it. There's a small sort of cot bed. It's a bed. When I say cot, I mean old-fashioned cot rather than a cot. That's obviously not been slept in for a long time. And there's a small altar, actually 2 saloon with some herbs and stuff on it.
Oh, this is nice. Hello. Morn is going to kneel.
Okay.
And touch her sigil on her amulet, and her eyes will kind of glow more than they normally do, that kind of gold colour. And she's going to pray. Hello, Salune. Is Carouser Morn here? Haven't spoken in a while. I hope things are good with you. We are currently in Domania. We are a little bit fucked. We are in cave with some nice things like tributes to you. We could do with a little bit of a hand. If there is anybody here who might be able to help us, that would be great. Lots of love and big kisses, Morn.
Oh my god, the best religion ever.
Okay, so you, as you're praying, let me find this. Big book yourselves. So yeah, what's everyone else doing while Morden's doing this?
So Flyte is gonna go back to this corner to see the mouth of the cave.
Yeah.
Is there anything lurking outside?
Still the Distraken and the 3 kobolds.
Okay. She's gonna walk a little bit closer,
Yeah.
and then she's gonna throw her shadow blade at the Distraken.
Okay. Do an attack.
Yep. 20 plus to hit, and that is 4, 7, 13, 20
Okay.
slashing damage.
So the Distraken is now moved, has taken the hit,
Yeah.
and then has moved out of the entrance of the cave. So
Okay.
you cannot see the Distraken or the kobolds.
Okay, it's only got a minute left, so she can recall it, but she just let the spell fade and then sort of walks back in. I've defended our cave.
I hate to think what that means.
Oriana's gonna look around, like, while sort of these things are happening, she's gonna look around and notice the bits that are all here, and she's gonna look at some of the stuff, and she's going to probably try and steal something, and then she's going to notice, and then she's gonna overhear what Morn says and change her mind and just leaves it untouched. Because she might be a thief, but she's not. She's a nice thief.
I mean, there was not much here worth stealing. The altar's made of stone. So, what you see... sorry, what's Rothgon doing?
Rothgon is sat with the book, just taking the opportunity to be quiet for a bit, because he's a bit shaken up. This has been a horrible day. It's been awful.
Wonderful day of adventure.
So Morn, you get a sense of peace, and you see a city bathed in moonlight. The city, at the centre of this city, is a huge sort of pyramid structure, but it's a pyramid which has got buildings built all around it, big statues, and there's various sort of towers. I mean, when I say it's a huge city, it's nothing like the Plug Hole. It's not even really as big as Dominance, but it's a city. It looks much better than most cities you've ever seen, and there's a tower that you just feel drawn to, which is nearish to the main temple, and you just hear this voice say, "Come and find me there."
Oh.
And that's it, and it's gone.
Oh. Well, that was nice. Did anybody else have a vision? No.
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 So I had a vision of this really nice city. Is not so smelly as Plug Hall. Not so nasty and dead as Dominance. Nice city. Somebody in a temple is saying, "Come and find me there." It could be Salune. Actually, was it Salune? Because you would know her voice.
Yes.
Salune says, "Come find me there." So if we come across this place, I go to temple and I say hi to Salune.
Great.
Isn't
More
it?
cryptic messages from deities.
Yeah, it sounds like a nice deity though. Like that seems.
Oh, she is lovely. She's very nice. I once talked to her in an egg.
Okay.
I've never
Yeah,
done that.
that did happen.
Okay, so what do we have here then? Can I investigate the cave area?
Yeah, do an investigation check.
Nice. Not that I was like leading the DM or anything. Yeah, okay, so that is a 16.
You have a good search. There's nothing here really. Just
That's the only entrance to the cave.
and the entrance to the cave is the way you've come in. I suppose the impression you get is that this is a holy place. Someone has created this as this little haven
Yeah.
in the forest to sort of maybe you don't know really what to do, but
Excellent. I'm going to go guard the door, and Flyte will make her way just to the corner this time.
Okay.
And she's just going to sit down cross-legged, facing the cave entrance, and she'll just start eating sweets from the magical bag of awesome.
okay.
I am pretty sure that if this is, as you suggested, a place to Salune, it will be. I don't think many of the natural creatures of that forest would be able to get in here. It'll be sacred.
Hmm.
Oh, that is a good point. Well, maybe we should have a sleep.
I think that's a good shout.
Yep.
Who's got the rations? And then he just looks at the blue dog that's not wearing any clothes currently.
Sorry, what?
I got some. And Flyte's just there with a stupid grin on her face eating sweets.
Rothgon pulls up next to Flyte and takes a sweet from the bag.
Yes! I knew you would. See, if we didn't go back for this, we'd starve.
Yes, this is definitely going to be enough substance to survive the next 8 days.
It has fueled me for at least a week.
Didn't notice. Yeah, Oriana's going to do the same thing. Sit on the other side of Flyte. Other side.
Morn is going to start her rest so that she can take over from them a little bit later.
Okay, so Morn's asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Rothgon's, he's not far off going to sleep. He's like, well, maybe me and Morn hunker down first, and then you guys have a look out in the morning and make sure. Well, no, you guys sleep in. We'll keep an eye out on the forest in the morning.
Sounds good to me.
Done.
So you two are sitting, looking at the exit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You both do me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh dear.
I changed my mind. I'm gonna sleep.
Dog creature.
Wow. If it's for tiredness, this makes sense. I've got a nat 20.
Right.
She's just on that much of a sugar
Okay.
high. She cannot sleep if she wanted to.
Got 5.
So yeah, I mean,
Should have done work on
Oriana
adults.
almost immediately falls asleep.
I do. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so Flyte's just hyper at this point. She sort of sits for a little bit. She's not shaken up, but she's sort of, the adrenaline's wearing off now, and she realises, okay, maybe they could have died. I couldn't have, because I'm a god, but they could have died. And she'll just sort of soothe herself a bit. She'll start casting Gust on, just as a little harmless one, just to sort of feel a bit of a breeze on her, and she'll sort of use it to like lift her hair up, and then just sort of put her arms out and have it sort of wrap around her arms for a bit, and she'll sort of play with the air for about sort of 10 minutes or so, and just relax.
Can you do me a perception check?
Oh, yeah. 13.
Okay. So yeah, you're just doing this, and yeah, you don't notice anything.
Oh,
Cool.
no.
I love that.
All of you do a perception check.
Even
the
the sleepy
sleepers
ones?
at a disadvantage, please.
Not Flyte this time.
Flyte
Oh,
has
Jesus.
probably one as well.
At disadvantage, 16.
I got 18 for both. So,
Oh.
dirty 20.
4.
Okay, so all bar Morn are immediately awake because you can hear the same scratching you heard in the forest in the cave walls and beneath your feet.
Oh, they're coming.
Oh, God, why can't anything be sacred?
This was not me. As everyone's waking up, she's looking at this is not any of my doing, but we're probably going to get attacked.
I'm gonna, Oriana's gonna, like, just nudge Morn. She's like, hey,
What is no, bad puppy. What?
can you hear that? That scratching noise.
Oh, that is I thought that was in head.
I'm sad to say it's not.
Okay, this is not good. But this is holy. This is holy ground.
Is there something in your holy bag of tricks?
Although I do not know. Let me think. I've just woken up. So, oh gosh, I'm not
Okay,
sure.
How long was this since Flyte's watch started?
Probably about 15 minutes.
Oh, okay, so she hasn't been up hours.
Nope.
Okay, that's
No,
okay.
none of us have got any recovery.
So yeah, as you're sort of thinking, what do I do now? You start to hear the floor crack and crumble away. And the floor falls out from beneath your feet. What do you do? I want to know what each of you are going to do.
Underneath Flyte as well?
Yeah.
As we're falling,
You sort of feel
As
it
you're
go.
falling.
It's
Morn would grab hold of Blue and pull her into her and sort of wrap herself around her
Okay.
into a ball to kind of protect her fall.
Flyte will. So Flyte will reach out to Oriana and cast Fly on her and Oriana.
okay.
As soon as sort of
Sorry,
I imagine we
Fly.
drop a little bit, and then she'll just grab hold of Oriana and cast Fly.
Oh, Oriana's just, straight try and grab Flyte.
Okay.
and I will cast Fly on myself.
Okay. Cool.
That wasn't my last 4th level spell slot gone.
Yeah. My next action will be resetting a spell slot with.
Right. Can you? All right. Can Morn? Can you do me a strength saving throw, please?
Yep.
And can you 3 do Dex saving throws?
Yep.
Are we falling anywhere near more? Fuck.
23.
14.
25.
9.
Okay, so basically, Morn, you drop with Blue clawing at you. If you didn't have your armour on,
Yeah,
you'd be
of course.
clawed
Yep.
up, but you're okay. You land on your back, but you just take it like a beast. But for the other 3, the floor's fallen and you're all like flying, but the ceiling now has started to crumble down on you. What did Grigori do?
Grigori, Grigori would have rolled into a ball because he's like a dragon dog, so he's part scale.
Yeah,
So
I suppose he's invisible. He just goes invisible, doesn't he?
Yeah, if something like that happened, it would have
Just
made him jump, so he just would have blinked.
Plane shift.
He's
Yeah.
fine. So, what did you roll?
9.
9. Okay, so Oriana and Flyte, you basically managed to dodge the falling rocks,
Yep.
and you managed to sort of fly down to where Morna's rolled to as rock falls behind you. Rothgon does slightly less successfully, and you sort of get hit by there. So you take 4 bludgeoning damage as you're
my temporary hit points.
flying down.
If you drop, we'll catch you. It's okay.
Yeah, and you guys, your max hit points, don't forget, is still
Yep.
reduced.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's until the long rest is
Yeah.
done, isn't it?
Yeah. So now you find yourself basically in a tunnel, but not a man-made tunnel, just a gap in the rocks,
Oh.
which may have gone in both directions, but where you directly behind you is all this fallen.
So like an underground ravine or like a cylindrical tunnel?
Where you are, it's ravine-y, but it's not very high because you've fallen probably. You're about 30 feet down.
Okay. So Flyte will immediately start flying around to sort of see if there's any exits or routes out or like cave bits higher up.
So yeah, it just narrows and tapers down, and then there's basically the tunnel becomes quite a small opening that you could all scramble through even more.
Okay. That way.
Okay. Rothgon will continue to fly. Oh wait, I need to do a concentration saving throw to see if I didn't drop when I got hurt. That's fine. 18. Yeah, Rothgon will just fly, following Flyte.
Okay. Yeah.
And how long can you fly for?
10 minutes.
Okay.
I think mine is 10 as well.
Ariana's also going to continue flying and just be completely like, what is happening to me?
This is so cool.
Did you do this?
Yeah.
I mean, you've got wings.
What's everyone's sight like? Who's got dark sight? You've got.
I've got
sight.
devil sight, so
I've got dark vision.
You've got dark
A
vision.
Flyte absolutely does not.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Dragonborn don't normally.
I'm not sure I do.
No. So
No.
you guys can really not see anything. So you've sort of flown along.
She's flying with her hands
Hands
out
out.
at a slower speed, just expecting to bump into things.
Yeah. The two of you can see.
Yeah.
As well as whatever your stats are for seeing in the dark. But it is pitch black. There is no light coming from anywhere. So for you guys, you can't see without some sort of extra source of light.
And with that, Rothgon will scoop down and pick up a pebble or just something off the ground and cast light. So that's a 20-foot radius of bright light. And that will follow him around and provide torchlight for you folks.
Well, thank you, Rothgon. It is, I cannot see.
Yeah, the concern is that I can't see any natural light. So, I don't know where this goes.
Well, we could fluff around and find out.
Fluff around and find out.
Do we have time for that?
Well, I mean, going back out the way we got into the cave, that does not look like such a good idea. If we go underneath things, maybe it will be easier to travel. Things
That's
that are
true.
flappy and fly will not be able to swoop down and take chunks out of us.
Oh, that's true. It's making sure that we go in the right direction that I'm concerned about.
Yeah, at this point.
We have no guide. Our guide will be Paladine and Salune. They will let us know if we're going in the wrong direction.
Good.
Rothgon lets out an audible eye roll.
No, that's good enough for me. She's going to carry on. No, it's lit up, flying on ahead down this tunnel.
So yeah, you can sort of you're flying, but it's not big. There's not much space, so you're sort of hovering
Yeah.
pushing along.
But
the
she could
walls.
fly like
You're like
Superman, like
Oh, yeah.
lying down.
In my mind, it's like an astronaut moving around the International
Yes.
Space Station.
That's how she's going. Yeah.
Last you do that for 10 minutes. The tunnel is still going on into the.
I wonder if maybe we could do something like I don't know, try and find something magical, or because witches they're going to be magical, yes.
Yes.
But I do not have. I have a spell which is detect magic, but it is not. It only goes kind of 30 feet. It's not
And
very
in a forest like this,
helpful.
you're going to detect a lot of things.
Yes.
To single out the thing you're looking for will be.
And it would not be able to penetrate the ground either. It's a really stupid idea. I am just spitballing. Are we just continuing along?
Yeah, and we're walking, talking, and Rothgon is pondering what can be done.
Every so often, while you're walking, you think you might hear that sound in the walls, the scuffling and the scratching.
Okay.
I wish Ratsnick were here.
What?
Well, he's very good with the zombie people and the undead things. He is very good at collecting all that kind of stuff and making them friends. It would have been quite handy, but we got you.
Yeah. That reminds. And so she's gonna stop, and she's gonna put her hand on the floor and go, "I can use a godlike sense to find out if there is an exit to this tunnel." And she'll stop. She'll put her hands on the floor and concentrate. She's making this up, but she's going to try and convince them, and she's going to mumble a few like incantations, like she's going to half finish Booming Blade, and then she'll drift into Gust and do all sorts of half finished spell words, and then she'll go, there's an exit up ahead. It's a little bit of the way, but further on.
So do a deception.
I was going to say, can I do a perception check, please, as her mother?
At advantage.
It's 23.
Oh, 16. 19.
But he gets the extra 3, is it? So yeah, I mean, you are like, I think Oriana just thinks, well,
It's godlike powers.
No, not godlike powers. Who knows what Harkness has done and given you and.
You know what? I'm too tired. Just fine. We can't really go up that way anymore. Anyway, can we? Because it's too high. But
Yeah.
let's just crack on, shall we?
Indeed.
I can follow. We will follow small blue person who is not blue.
Which one?
The smaller blue person.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Flyte's taking the lead, and you basically spend what feels like hours walking, climbing, crawling, scrambling through caves that sort of open out into chambers, which you sort of hopefully think maybe there's something, and then narrows down.
Yeah.
And
She'll keep doing the same. She's trying to, in her head, she's trying to keep morale up, so
Okay.
she's going to keep doing the same thing.
well, you keep finding another way out.
Yeah.
And eventually you sort of you start basically sort of sliding down a sort of screen slope of just sort of loose stones, and so you're leading the way, but you can't see anything.
I'm that my torch is.
Yeah, I imagine she's got Rothgon probably right
and
behind
I'm
her.
not far behind her, and I've got 120-foot dark vision.
Okay, so yeah, you can see basically there's a slope of very loose chippings. It doesn't seem very steep. It's the only way to go.
Okay.
And Rothgon, you can see that it comes to an end at what might be a wall, but not a drop.
Okay, looks like we've got a wall up ahead, but at least there's no surprises.
A wall?
A wall.
Is it something we could bash through?
Maybe something you could bash through.
Okay. She's going to take out her maul and she's going to.
Let's just get to it first and see what it is.
It's beneath you on a sort of. You've got to sort of slide down this slope of loose gravel.
Oh.
Maybe Gregory. Would you go and check out wall?
And as Morn says that, I'm going to do Gaze of Two Minds. So I'll touch Grigori. It's like, It's a nice dog. And I can
You can't. He's invisible.
He's invisible.
Mm.
Oh, then I don't.
He's been invisible the whole time.
He has been invisible the
He's
whole
been
time.
scared the whole time.
Oh.
So you don't know what Gregory. You can actually you see.
I can hear him.
You can see
The pebbles.
The pebbles moving as he sort of skids down, and then you can see the pebbles as he's trying to claw back up. He doesn't seem to be able to get enough grip to get back up to you.
Oh. Hang on, Bobby. She's going to reach into her pack and get out her 50-foot rope, which is the most handy bit of equipment in the
Yes.
whole of D&D.
Yeah.
And she's going to throw it down the slope to help him get up.
As you're sort of getting the rope out,
Yep.
you look away, and when you look back, nothing. Well, you can't see any. You can't see that far. Actually, what am I talking about? You and you. So yeah, you can't see us that far. You can see 20 feet ahead of you. He's about 40 foot off.
Gregory Confin.
And but you can see that he was scrabbling. Sorry, on Oriana and Rothgon, you can see that he was scrabbling, and he stopped.
And he stopped.
Mm.
Why did he stop scrambling?
I don't know. He was invisible. All you could see was some stones moving around.
And can you command him to not to be invisible or something?
I mean, that is, he is his own puppy, you know. If he does not want to show himself, he does not have to show himself. Why?
Because the pebbles have stopped moving, the noises have stopped happening, and I can't see him.
Maybe he has teleported to somewhere. Gregory.
You hear a woof, but it's from what's the thing? You just hear him barking.
Right.
Not your signal, just a
Yeah.
bark, as in I'm here, but it's clearly coming from through some stone
Oh.
somewhere else. Another.
It sounds like he's got further along.
Maybe he's magic.
Maybe. And Rockmon just now goes down this rocky path and bringing the light with him.
In that case, we will have to follow. Because I don't just left in the dark. We will follow.
Yeah, so you tumble down.
Yep.
Oriana, you're going to follow them all? They're all going down this slope.
Yeah, no, I'll follow.
Okay, so you all go skidding down this slope. And when you get to the bottom, you just feel it sort of sucking you down into the...
We're being sucked down by a holy cave. This does not sound good.
And you tumble. You are underground for a few seconds. And all of you have that moment of, oh no. And then you sort of tumble out into a tunnel that's clearly man-made and been dug out by hand. And about not far from you, you can see a very faint light.
Huh.
And
Nailed it.
No, because we're going to finish it there.
Ah.
Oh.
Oof. Oof, oof, oof. I better find my dog.
I'd like to say, what I'll say is all of the route, I'm not making up the route. The route is planned, it is drawn on a map. You have made choices as to where you've gone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
Nice.
You followed Erdos. You
Yep.
ran into the cave.
That's true.
Nice.
We followed it, and then we absolutely destroyed
You
it.
did.
The absolute brutality of that.
I told
That
you.
was
The
just-
Flyte is not going to let that live down. I told you we could take it.
That was one of the most cinematic moments. That was so amazing.
I mean, more
So
than that
the
20
more
versus the nat 1.
Snapping his
It's one of
knee.
those things that if you could actually animate it, so you've got like Morn
Yeah.
sliding and snapping the neck, and then like the psychic damage. Then there's Oriana with the bands, and it's like because he's
Yeah.
sneak attacked, so it's like max damaged, and then Flyte's like,
Yeah.
And then it's all running to the cave.
and then Rockon turns back and sets him on fire.
It doesn't look back because you don't look at explosions.
Oh, you don't
No,
look
no,
back
no.
at explosions.
Just running, it's just
Yeah.
Run.
Oh, Tony, you get to say the words.
Oh, I do. So yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure you go out into the world and roll the damn dice.
Bye guys. Oh, not yet. Song first. Sorry.
Stuck in the forest, surrounded by fiends. The party aren't having a fun time. Who let the dogs out? Who? Now Blue has turned into a canine. They tried to go to bed, now the frost giant's dead. Well, that was a bad decision. I'm worried that Morn's holy cave is some sort of coy euphemism.
I love these.
Bye guys!
Bye!
The character art for Carouse and Morn is freaking amazing. And I will tell you why. Because she is not an easy character to pin down in art form. She's a dragonborn for starters, which is really tricky to do. And the thing about Morn that's like really different is she has this sort of chilled out, calm smile the entire time, and trying to get somebody with a dragony face to smile must be near on impossible. But somehow Holly has managed to get her smiling sort of like I do, which is really freaky and really, really cool. I love what she's done with her armour because there's something quite androgynous about Morn, but she does have a sort of feminine side, and so there are these kind of, with her armour, there's this swathes of fabric that she's managed to do, and yet she's managed to get her looking like heroic and glorious, but also with a little mischievous like glint in her eye. I'm so chuffed with it, and if I could look like Carouse and Morn, I absolutely would.